Hello, my name is Mariana and this is a reading for Aries. So Aries, I've pulled cards from my own deck that I made a while back. So the cards you'll see are from this deck. And before I start reading the message and the cards, this specific message today may be a little bit out there for some people. So yeah, just bear with me. I'll try to bring it down to earth and try to decode it in a way that makes sense for you, okay? Because I always see and receive these messages as visuals, as images, as almost like a storyline going through my mind, right? So let's start. You begin with the Ten of Swords. And before you just freak out with this card, the message that came with it was, it's over. You know, this nightmare, it's the word that's coming through. The nightmare is over. All of this, these annoying thoughts, right? Recurring thoughts are over. It's over. This phase is over, okay? And so as soon as this one came out, I was just blank, right? Because it felt here that it was like so much going on that suddenly it was like a really quick movement and everything went blank, right? Like my mind went blank. Because the cards that came here are telling this kind of funny, kind of out there, kind of woo story, but stay with me. So, Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and Four of Pentacles. And these three cards have nothing to do with their traditional meaning, because here they were telling me this visual story, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I'll try to explain what I mean. So with this Five of Pentacles here, the thing that I saw, because after the Ten of Swords came with the message that it was over and that like snap, right? And everything went blank and silent. I just felt with this Five of Pentacles like you were in this place, in this spot, looking around and trying to make sense of where you are, and not really understanding where you are, you know, a little bit confused, a little bit like as if you were just dropped in this place, right? And nothing makes sense. Even though what I'm getting here is that it may be a place that you have been before. It may be a place that you've known. It may have things that you do recognize, but you don't understand why you're there. You don't understand what you're doing there, right? It doesn't make sense to you. It feels a little bit confusing to you, and I only see you just like looking around and circling around and trying to understand, but not moving, right? Because it feels like you were put there, right? You were thrown there, you were dropped there. And then with this Three of Wands, I feel like it's just like that. Your reading today feels a lot like this flash moments, right? Suddenly you're doing something and snap, and it changes from night to day, like that, right? It feels like these snap moments, one after the other. So here you're stuck in a place, just still trying to figure out why you're there and looking around, right? Making a 360 around you. But suddenly something up in the sky or in the ceiling just catches your attention, because the way this Three of Wands came to me today was like the stars of Orion's belt, right? The three stars that are aligned in the sky. And the way that we perceive here from Earth, they are really aligned. But from other perspectives in sky, in the cosmos, right? From other planets, maybe it's not that aligned. So it felt to me like a reorganization, like a replacement, like a rearrangement of the stars. But it's not that they are moving. It's almost like, because of this snap that changed your perspective and just turned your sight that was just looking around, right, horizontally, to this upwards vision. I feel like it's this change of perspective that makes you see wider, makes you see things maybe really, really expensive, right? With this, it's almost like a vision of a being that you really don't know, that you don't understand. And by that, maybe for some people is like star beings, or beings that are so subtle that suddenly it's just like that. It's like a snap. I don't really understand why this is so emphasized today in your reading, Aries, but it feels like that. It's just a change of perspective in an instant, right? And then here, with this Four of Pentacles, just like that again, because it felt like with this Five of Pentacles, you were dropped in a place that maybe it felt familiar in a sense, but only physically, right? Because nothing else felt making sense to you, really, right? And after you get this glimpse of this stars, of this rearrangement of the stars, but not rearrangement, this new perspective of the stars, it's the way that's coming through. It feels like you're I'm a bit reluctant to say this word because people may not understand what I mean by that. And I don't mean it literally, okay? But it feels like an abduction. It feels like you're just like that, snapped out of the place that you were just a few seconds before, right? Because of the absence of this pentacle in the middle, right? Which is you surrounded by your environment. And then when you have this contact with these beings, it feels like you're out of there. It feels like you're nowhere, really, because here it feels like you're just absent. You're just gone. I don't know where. So please stick with me, because this is going to make sense at some point. I don't know. So the next cards were the Page of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And here is where this place, which feels like placeless, feels like spaceless, timeless, feels like nowhere and everywhere to me today, is almost like it's not a place exactly, right? It's like a state of being, a state of mind, that you were taken there, right? By these ones, these star beings maybe. And what they're giving you, it's so okay, the word that's coming through is it's giving their heart, but it's not their heart in a, it's almost like the consciousness of their heart, right? And it's just, it's almost like a small gift that they're giving to you. And then, because you were here, right, in this three-dimensional place that you may have been before, but you didn't know why you were there, suddenly, when you're thrown back to that same place, you're carrying this gift, this consciousness of the heart, of these beings, right? Because you come to the same place that you were just a few seconds before, but with a total new perspective and a more heart-related, heart-motivated, heart-driven vision of the world, or more like a, not vision, but like a, it feels like, so I'm feeling this heart beating differently, right? Almost as if it was like you know when people almost die and they have like those shocks to revive the person. It's almost like that. It's just this instant shock that they are giving you with this gift, with this consciousness of the heart that activates, you know, your presence in this environment that didn't make sense to you a few moments back. And then here it is. It makes sense. It is driven by the heart. So you are feeling part of it, right? And then with this Eight of Wands to finish this first part, whatever these three beings, these three star beings gave you in a small piece, in just a, like a small gift, right? Almost like a souvenir. It comes pouring in because you're now carrying their heart, right? So it's almost like you have become this vessel in this place to receive many more gifts from this one, actually from these ones, right? These three star beings. So you're receiving so many gifts now. It's just so, it feels very, very passionate and very like an extra motivation to live. Yeah. So I hope I made this message justice, because it is really out there and I'm just trying to translate it in a way that's more understandable and more reasonable. So I'm going to pull more cards to see if the message, where it goes from here. And also I'm going to pull the astrological runes that I made too. So if you want to come with me to the extended, I'll be happy to see you there. If not, take care. Bye.